Alright, so for this trick, I can hand the deck to the spectator and have them cut off a small batch of cards and turn them face up on the table. Once they've done that, they can repeat the same action, but this time they can actually shuffle the cards beforehand. So let's say they give these a shuffle, and then they turn some of the cards face up onto the cards on the table. They shuffle again. They throw some more on top, and they keep on doing that until they're all out of cards. So just like this. Until they are done. Now I would say, okay, now I think I estimated what card you are going to choose, and I'm going to write the card I think you're going to choose on this ad card here. Now, if I had a business card, it would be on the business card. But because I don't, we will do the ad card. So, I think this is good, right? Okay, not my best writing. But I think right there we're good. Okay, we'll cap up the Sharpie, and here's what I would do. I would say, okay, I'm going to dribble the cards, and whenever you would like, you can throw the ad card in, and that is the card we would go to. So first, let's try a practice round here, just so you know what we're doing. So go ahead and throw the card in. Let's say right there. I would say, okay. So, after that, we would spread through and take out the card right next to the ad card, okay? So, because that was the practice round, let's do this for real. So, 1, 2, 3. Not the best, but I think we got it right there. So, now if we go through here, we can look at the card right next to the ad card right here. And if we remember, I wrote the King of Hearts. Maybe you can see that right there. And you could have had any one of these cards right here for real. As you can see. King of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, any of these you could have had. But you threw the card in right here, and we landed on the King of Hearts. That is today's trick. If you would like to learn how this is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so this trick is called Future Fling, and it actually comes out of this book called Divinations by Shawn Divine. And I actually have a whole review on this book. So if there's any tricks in there you want me to teach, just go over to that video and look at all of the tricks. I link them in the description box and in the pinned comments as well. But if you do have the book, Future Fling is on page 12 right here. Okay, so this is Future Fling. So if you want to, you could take a screenshot of this, and then you can do it that way. So I think right here we're good, but I can't see it. Okay, so what are you going to need for Future Fling? Well, you're going to need a business card, but because I don't have one, I just used an ad card. Okay, so you're going to need an ad card, you're going to need a pen or a Sharpie, and then your deck, you're going to have a setup. You're going to know the fourth card from the top, okay? So, in this case, I put the King of Hearts there. But you can do whatever card you would like. And start that fourth from the top. And now, you are all set to go. Now, you could probably do this impromptu and look at the fourth card that way. But in this case, I didn't. So, starting off the trick, if you want to, you can do a few shuffles, just retain the fourth card. And then you're going to hand the deck to the spectator, and they're going to do something called the Benjamin Earls Spectator Shuffled Holdout. So essentially what they're going to do is cut off a small portion of cards and turn those face up on the table. They're going to shuffle the rest of the cards in their hand and repeat the same action. So turn over a small chunk of cards, put those on top, shuffle again, turn over some more, put those on top, shuffle, and they're going to continue doing this until they are all done. Okay, so once they are done with the shuffle, here's what you're going to do. You're going to say that based off of the shuffling, I think I can estimate what card you're going to cut to. And you're going to take your business card and you're going to write that fourth card from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the King of Hearts, or whatever card you have, okay? So you're going to take the card to yourself, going to uncap the Sharpie, and you're going to write the King of Hearts, just like that. And you don't want them to see this until the end, okay? So I put that right here, and I cap up the Sharpie. After that, you're going to show them a practice round of what's going to happen. So you're going to dribble the cards, and they're going to throw the card in wherever they want. After they do that, they're going to spread to where they threw their card in and take the card right next to it, okay? So that's the practice round. So let's say they go through and they throw it in. Now, once you did it for real, so you did the practice round and now you did it for real, here's what you're going to do. You know their card is fourth from the top, so you're going to have to call that card, okay? Now, I have a tutorial on the call, so I will link that down below. But essentially, if you don't know the call, you're going to spread over the 4 cards. You're going to eyeball the 4th card, and you want to make sure the 3rd card is pretty loose, okay? And keep in mind, I'm holding it with my fingers here, so my middle and my ring finger. You're going to come over, use your thumb, and pull it over and line it up just right, okay? It's okay if there's a little flash, because you're going to be covering the motion. Bigger action covers the smaller action. So you're going to be making sure the card is lined up just perfect with it. And while you do that, you're going to use your fingers to pull out the card, and you're going to hear it click off like that. Okay, so just like this, we spread through, and you click it off, okay? And you're going to spread now, and now I have that card called. And you're going to spread through until you get to the business card. Once you have the card here, here's the called card. All you're going to do is put it right under the card. But don't try to have it sticking out like this. I might have flashed in the performance, but make sure you can do it perfect. Okay, so it looks like it's really next to it. So we go through, we call the card, and we come till we see the business card, and all you're going to do is separate your hands, and now you can reach under, take your fingers, pull the card right up next to it, square it up, and at the same time you can pull out the business card and their card. Okay, so that's one way to hide the motion. So we spread through, we call the card, we go through. And one more thing is, before you load the card, you can actually square them up, and then you can out-jog it, if that makes it easier, okay? But now, once you've done that, you're going to put down this card, don't show it yet, and say, I've written down one card, and in this case, we have the King of Hearts, and you could have stopped anywhere. So you can flip these over, and you can really show them they could have stopped anywhere. They stopped at one card, and that is the King of Hearts. I will go over that one more time, but that is how you do the trick. So you're going to have your card fourth from the top, and you're going to have these off to the side. Okay, so the card is fourth. You hand the deck to the spectator. They cut off some cards, turn those face up, and then they cut off some more cards, or they can shuffle beforehand. Either way they do it, they're going to cut off cards and shuffle and throw them on top, okay? So they can even go back and forth if they want. So shuffle the deck, throw these on top, maybe shuffle these, throw them, shuffle these, and you're going to do that until you're all out of cards. Now you're going to say, okay, based on how you shuffled, I'm going to estimate what card you are going to select. And you're going to write down whatever card you have in the fourth position. In this case, the King of Hearts. Leave that to the side. Now you're going to pick up your business card, and you're going to hand this to them and have them hold it. Make sure they don't flip it over, okay? And you're going to show them, okay, I'm going to dribble down, and at any time you can throw the card in. So let's do a practice round. So they dribble, you throw it in, and say, okay, once you threw the card in, we're going to spread to it and take the card right next to it. Now you up-jog the card, and you say, okay, now we're going to do it for real. So go ahead and throw it in. They throw it in, and you say, okay, now we're going to spread to your card, and all you're going to do is call that fourth card, which once again, I'll leave the link down below. So you're going to call that card, and once you come to the business card, take all the cards below it, so these cards, drop them, come under with your fingers, and you're going to pull this card right towards this hand now, while you use your thumb to pull out this card. Say, okay, you stopped at this card. Use this card and flip over all these cards saying you could have had any one of these. And that'll show your prediction, the King of Hearts. Then you have them turn over the King of Hearts as well. So, that is Future Fling. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my question and answer video down below I made. I'm going to be doing a Q&A of 100 subscribers. You can ask any question you want and as many questions as you would like. The only thing I ask is that you don't ask questions I've already answered or that somebody else has already asked. Make sure you check out the video down below. My first Q&A, check out Shawn's channel. Let me know what other tricks from the book you would like to see. That's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.